Hey, and welcome to Escape the Union. I am joined, as always, by five lovely people, and we're going to introduce them one by one. Make sure I can hear them first. Actually, you guys talk so I can hear you real
The way you
fast.
said that made
There we
me
go.
think you forgot our names.
Hey, okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. I was
Wow.
like,
With
no, I
these
was.
lovely people.
Yeah, sorry. I was just
I'm
so.
fake offended, Aram. How dare you?
I was just so worriedly looking at my audio, like, did I screw it? No, I did not screw it up. So we are good, and let's introduce ourselves one by one, starting with Amity.
Hi, I'm Orla. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Amity, the demigod of redistribution. I wish I could say that.
It's a hard word. It's a lot of consonants. And let's jump over to Diamond.
Hi, my name is James. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Diamond, the demigod of trash.
I love how you said that. Trash. Yeah, add like 3 syllables into that word. It's fantastic.
Trash is a wonderful thing.
And then Magnuson.
Hi, I'm Chris. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Magnuson, the demigod of redemption.
Awesome. And Yara.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm playing Yara. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Yara, demigoddess of stewardship, and her pronouns are she, her, or she, them.
Excellent. And Ashton.
Can't talk.
That's okay.
Hi, I'm Mary. My pronouns are she or they, and I play Ashrin Omaris, the demigod of strands.
Outstanding. And who's doing the recap this week?
I am. And
All
before
right.
I get into the recap, just a reminder to everyone, if you wanted to win a free character art portrait,
Yep.
head over to my Twitter at Awful Monk. The portrait's being done by El Trow, the same person who on the screen you can see our characters. They are much bigger, and they look beautiful. So I talked about it last week. I forget the prompt because I haven't looked at it.
Life
But-
lessons
Check-
from Yara's mother.
Yep.
Yeah, advice
it
from
was advice.
Yara's mother,
Yep.
who is a
Motherly
fae.
advice. Right.
So it can be quite dark or quite funny or quite weird. Whatever
Right.
you
It can be anything.
yeah. Winner gets the portrait, and if it gets super popular and I can't decide, I have a couple things I want to give away as well, including some spell stickers here. I'll,
Ooh.
Ooh.
uh,
Oops, we're
can't-
kind
it doesn't
we're
work.
kind
It
of
doesn't
seeing
work.
Eaten by Zoom!
Damn Zoom green screen.
I have some cool spell stickers. I have a couple other things if we get it's really popular. But I just want to, you guys support us and we're supporting Aram, so let's just like take care of each other. Let's be
Aw.
stewards of each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brought it all
how
back.
nice. I like that. That works. And I'll post that link in the Godsfall Twitter feed and mine as well. As soon as we're wrapped up here, I'll just blast
All right,
out
awesome.
everywhere.
Now for the recap.
Yes.
Things got weird and crazy, guys. So last week, Amity, after running away heartlessly from Yara, quickly discovered that Repel was attacking with buzzsaws. They were just flying everywhere. But Ashrin and Magnuson and Diamond, they were all at the boat at this time, and they hear all this noise, and they're just like, we got to go help them. And so Yara, being sad that her friend would abandon her, encountered these three. Damn it, your face.
This is the biased recap.
Encountered these Yara the horse with Amity's bag, and they were like, "We can't leave her. She's our friend." So they all rush back, and with Amity on the back of her horse, realizing that Yara was a true friend and needed to go with her, deflected buzzsaws, and everyone got to the boat safely. Apparently, Tyr was there, but Yara wasn't there, so I can't be biased about that. So they get on the boat, and on the boat, they realize that they don't really have to pilot it. They don't have to drive it as it's moving along on its own.
Yeah.
And after an undetermined amount of time, most likely less than the amount needed for a short rest, the boat stopped. As it stopped, the sun was going over the horizon, and there was some blue lights going on underneath. And Yara checked that out and just found it was some kelp. And then there was poop for some reason. And then there was a cave.
No, there was no poop. There was
I miss
there,
your poop.
there was a dung beetle looking for poop, but sadly there was no poop.
Oh,
No,
there was.
diamonds had poop.
Yeah, Diamond had poop.
It's true,
I quite literally have in my gear list. There's just one part that I've just listed miscellaneous trash.
Right, there you go. Poop is trash. That works.
It's
Yeah.
my shtick.
So there was a dung beetle, and then there was a cave, and then we were whirlpooled into the pit like a toilet. We were whirlpooled into the hole, and there was a cave, and then Ashrin, applying her namesake, touched the strands, and then she
Yes.
disappeared.
There were these like glowworms on the ceiling with these strands, these like filaments that lit up, and she grabbed one and vanished. And that is where we left
that is the
off.
best recap you will ever hear.
All right, excellent. Well, let's find out what happened to Ashrin.
She is a young woman. I picture her older teens.
We should still be able to
She
talk and hear each other.
is very loving, is very interested in things, is very protective of the people in her life. And that sort of has changed, of course, with going to the Union, of the people in her life and who she feels like she needs to protect.
Sure.
She's very confident when talking to other people. She's very sure of herself, not just because she can get her way, but that's sort of who she is.
Yeah.
She tries to be truthful. She doesn't like lying, but sometimes that's hard.
Does she view it as a tool or as a moral thing?
Oh, definitely a tool.
Yeah.
Definitely a tool.
Yeah.
If you're pegged as a liar, then that comes with other societal issues.
Mm-hmm.
But if you tell the truth, that gives some sort of reliability to your personality, to your character.
No, it's just really funny you say that, because I saw it when I was saying that. I was thinking a mechanic in the moment, like with dice, and you
Oh,
thought of a much no. Yours was much smarter because you were thinking long
Long
term.
game.
What are the
Yeah.
what are the actual gives and takes of the long game thing? And I didn't even think of that. So that's great.
well,
Yeah.
her long game is protecting what she has.
Yeah.
And she's very protective of what she has, and she doesn't want to lose it. So all of her resources and survival tactics center around keeping that, and being truthful helps in that it's easier for her to manipulate people if she tells the truth.
Sure. Yeah. Is it also built into that? Like, is that part of like you wishing to protect everything? Like, truth is kind of a protection. Like, it's one less infringement on something you're trying to guard.
It is. It's one less level of knowledge that she has to know.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know, she
Lies
doesn't
are
have
hard
to
to keep
remember
up.
her lies. Right.
Yeah, totally. It's just easier to tell the truth.
Right. And along with the truth, she's also fairly realistic of some outcomes.
Sure.
So, like,
She plays the odds.
yeah, she plays the odds.
Yeah.
She knows what she has to do, and she doesn't delude herself, or at
Right.
least she tries not to.
So she's not completely disconnected from this emotionally, but a lot of it is driven by logic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
As far as physically, she's fairly average young woman.
She's human?
Yes. Well,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
She appears human? Yes.
she appears human. And she appears exactly like her sister.
Right.
It's almost like a carbon copy has been made.
It's a perfect
because
twin.
it's a perfect twin.
Yeah.
So, like, when they went through puberty together exactly.
Yeah. Were they with each other since they were babies?
I'm imagining like 2
Yeah.
toddler age.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So her entire appearance is based on that.
Yeah. Was this I can't ask any leading questions here because I want to reveal. But so talk to me about what the demigod of strands means to you.
Okay, why I picked it is kind of silly because I really wanted to go with demigod of silence,
Yeah.
but that would not work for an audio podcast.
Be kind of tough. Be a little
It'd be
hard.
kind of tough. It'd be a little hard. So I wrote 2 stories that are actually on AO3 about that. I wrote a
Oh, really?
story about oh god, what's his name? The god of life.
Yella or Sigma. Which one?
Sigma.
Yeah.
I wrote a story about Sigma. I wrote it from the perspective of one of the women that his band of elves kidnapped and brought back to him.
Well, that's terrifying.
It is the worst thing I have ever written. It is horrible, and I am a bad person.
Yeah, well, Sigma's a monster, man.
He is. It's horrible.
It was one of my favorite. Like there has been a lot of people thought Joe was going to be the monster, but Joe was always the redeemable one, right? or at least the lesser monster than a real monster. And like I thought about it for a long time. Like I was like, I want to play evil. I want an evil playing character, and I want it to make sense for the story. I want it to work with the story, and I think we kind of got that. You know?
Yeah. I really like. I enjoy that because you can't hate it because it makes sense.
Right. And he's a monster. He's not necessarily a bad guy because it's all that he knows. So there's there's like this sliver of chance that he may change, right? It's not like a maniacal laughing villain who is evil for the sake of evil.
That's all he knows.
What they know exactly.
Right.
So they could.
That's what he does.
Especially with the like exposure, how confusing that is for Sigma, how well Matt plays that, where it's like they keep rejecting it as hard as they can because they know it's confusing and screwing with their. But
but we all know that Para is going to be the bad guy in the end. It's fine.
I mean, it very well could happen. I've set up lots of potential bad guys, and Para is certainly one of them. Autumnal certainly thinks he's going to be.
Oh well, yeah. Well.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be bad. If that ever comes to, it's going to be bad. All right. So talk to me about strands and how they work.
Strands.
And what you think, and everything.
Everything?
Yes, every single thing.
How do things work? So I thought strands was interesting because I do a lot of arts and crafts, and I'm a fiber arts person myself, and so I work a lot with actual yarn strands. I sew.
Yeah.
So I have
things.
Right. I have a familiarity with
like,
that. Yeah, I have a familiarity with what strands physically is.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it was easy to go from there because all of her artistic talents are string based. The embroidery, the hammered dulcimer. Yeah. So she's a bard that doesn't sing.
Yeah, which is
because that's not strings.
Yeah, totally.
And the other part of strands that I liked was that I really wanted to get into a god area that hasn't been explored yet.
Totally. Yeah.
And the god of fate is not represented as far as I can tell. There's like 2 episodes about it in Godsfall, but like that's all I've heard.
They're doing something.
Right, they're doing something.
Yeah.
And so I thought a demigod off of fate would be really interesting because fate really controls everything. Yeah. You can like manipulate everything with fate. And I loved the idea of the the 3 women who are spinning the strands of fate.
Absolutely.
And
that is some classic
imagery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I mean that goes along with all of Ashrin's fiber arts and like the spinning wheel and that kind of thing. So it all sort of ties together. And so what I was thinking of strands is that fate is, I feel like, is a big picture, but I feel like strands is like the tiny things. Is like
it's focusing in on it.
It's like taking your fingernail and doing a little thing in a stocking.
Totally.
And then it's just one little piece of a stocking that is broken, but the entire stocking structure then begins to fall apart over time.
Right.
Like you don't have to do something big. Right.
Yeah.
So like you just do something small and it just sort of cascades. And that was sort of my idea for Strand because it's not big, it's tiny.
It also feels like like a zooming in almost. So like with microfiche, how there's like the hole there, but you can't see any of it until you zoom in. and then
Right.
it's very clear. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking for things like stripping like Bane into a god power, like that is tiny little changes because that
Yeah.
affects a die roll by a d4. So it doesn't like say, oh no, you fail.
Right.
It says
shifts the
it's just
gravity.
a little bit. So I
Mhm.
feel like strands is just like the tiny little touches of
Yeah.
fate.
Well, because if you play them hard, like they're very delicate, and if you
Yes.
play them too roughly, you'll break them, and that's
Yes,
very bad.
exactly.
But you have to
Exactly.
just gently manipulate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I love that. That's really poetic. Okay.
And the other thing I took was the Pool of Fate from the World Book.
Totally.
Because I thought that was also relevant because that can be when Ashrin actually figures out more who she is and what she can do. That can be a more active thing she can do. She says, no, that I want to happen differently.
Yeah.
And like use her god power to just turn it as opposed to just being a subconscious thing.
It strikes me as like the strings are like not, we always see strings in these environments as kind of plastic,
right. And I chose strands because demigod of strings sounds dumb.
Sorry, strands. It does.
No, it's fine.
It does,
I was just like
totally
demigod of strings is like that sounds like something a cat would like, but
yeah, right. Yeah, like but in these like depictions, we always see like the people manipulating the strands, right? But these strands themselves being inert. While in this one, I kind of see them like as these strands always are vibrating. There's always a harmonic resonance to them, and so you could stop that dead as a real heavy-handed thing, or you can just gently change the tone, gently change the reverberation, or maybe even brush two against each other and kind of share. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, and it's the if you're going into like this more gets into like the sound area, but if you take one string and you vibrate it and you hold it up to the next one starts vibrating.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it shares that energy.
It shares the resonance. Yeah.
Oh, Nate.
And I figure like as she grows, she's gonna be more discreet because I think right now it's very random.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, no control. But
also,
like I think
it's like a much harder one to understand. Like if you got of the sun, it's light and fire, and that's pretty easy to understand. Yours is a little bit more complex. Yeah.
Well, and Yara now knows what demigod she's of, and Amity knows.
Yep.
But Ashrin doesn't know. Ashrin has no idea what's going on.
No, again, yours is more complex. You know, it's harder to understand. Yeah.
Right.
Also, like Amity's been living hers. Like even though she didn't know she was the demigod of redistribution, she was doing the activity. Like she was driven towards it. Whereas yours is a little bit more complex.
Well, in the same nature, Ashrin has been living hers because it's all been about art and embroidery and music playing and that kind of thing.
Things. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Her life has been steered towards it.
Yeah. Neat. Okay, perfect. You stand in the blazing sun as a strand of pure light dissolves in your hand. You stand in a narrow alley as men and women drag huge wagons covered in wire shapes and thousands of flowers. Music seems to explode from everywhere as revelers pack along the streets and into every window and rooftop. As you blink under the sudden noonday sun, a hand clasps on your shoulder. There you are, Kyantra says. It is Kyantra, correct? There you are, Kyantra says. We need to stick together, or I'll never be able to find you. Come on.
Okay, where you want to go?
And so she starts to lead you. I would like you to roll a perception roll, or you can use your passive perception.
Oh gosh.
Take
Let me figure out what that is.
So are you on D&D Beyond? Is that what you're working from?
Sure. Yes. Okay, there it is. I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry about it. This is a learning experience. This is your third time
Where
playing
is
D&D,
it?
right?
Yes.
This is your third time? Okay, I'm going to open up your character right now. I am in the room.
Well, I was in a very small campaign where we were all level 0 characters, so it was pretty damn easy.
There was like two stats. You did one or the other.
There it is. Passive perception is 13.
Okay, I was just opening yours. So do you want to use that or do you want to roll perception?
What's the difference?
Well, the rolling perception means you would roll a d20 plus your perception, which is +3. to get a score of anywhere from 4 to 23.
We'll
As
just use
opposed to-
passive.
You just use your passive? Okay.
Yeah.
As you start to follow your sister, there's someone, like, there's this whole parade going on. There's all these people everywhere, but someone catches your eye. And it, like, causes your heart to skip a beat. But by the time you, like, turn your head again and focus, there's nothing there. So you're not sure what that was.
Did you see that?
And Counter stops and she looks and she's like, the parade? Yeah, of course.
Never mind. Where did you want to go? Did you want to get something to eat?
Yeah. And she leads her. So she leads you down an alley and through a tunnel under a wide bridge that crosses the parade route. I'd like you to roll dexterity, athletics, or acrobatics. Whichever one you choose.
Okay. So how do I do that in roll 20?
So what you do is, because it's
I have
super
to
neat,
bring up this thing, the advanced dice
any of
roller.
any of these numbers. So if you went next to, let's say, athletics, and
Yes.
it's a +0 for you. If you click
Oh,
that
can I
number,
just click on it?
yeah, it rolls the die automatically. Yeah, how great is that?
Okay, so what did you say?
So I would like you to roll. Well, actually, if you do that, we can't see the die. That's the only problem. But you know what? That's fine. Go ahead and do it. It'll be easier this way. I'll just roll on roll 20 so they can see it. So look next to the skill
It
you
rolled.
want to use. Oh, what did you get?
A B?
Oh, that's a natural 20. Okay. So well done. All right.
I didn't get a number. I got a letter.
No, that was your best. That's a fantastic roll. Good job.
Okay.
So you follow her underneath this bridge, and there's water going through it, and like it's clearly like it's not sewage, but it's runoff, right? So it's not pleasant. It's very stagnant, and your foot would have slipped, but you definitely stepped around this water. And as you step inside, there's like some glare from the sun, and the reflection in the water is the walls of the Union, the inside of it. And then as Keontra's foot brushes the water and it ripples out, it shifts then to showing you the reflection of the underneath of the bridge.
Did I know what that means? Have I seen anything like that before?
This is literally like, you know the way when you're in a dream, the reality is present, but you also know who you are.
Okay.
Right? So you are you in the time that we've been playing the game, up to date.
Gotcha.
But you're also in this dream.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just seeing weird things today. The reflection was odd. I don't know. I don't particularly trust my eyes right now. Let's just keep going.
You are being silly. Okay.
I know. I'm sorry.
Are you ready?
Yes.
This was your idea.
I know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Come on. And there's a little like side. So if you kept going through this tunnel, this wide open tunnel, it would open, it kind of like dips down under this bridge and would open back up on the other side. But there's a little side tunnel just big enough for you all to stand upright. And she's like, come on, it's this way.
Okay. I'm following.
All right. Just run for a while. It's dark. Your feet occasionally splash. It's creepy. It's super creepy. Like there's enough light because there's like shafts that keep coming down. So like every 50 or 60 feet, there's like a shaft of light. So there's just enough light to see, but it's closed in and it's scary. Frankly, like I would.
It's
be terrified.
claustrophobic.
It's not pleasant, certainly,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So you guys run for a while, and the side tunnel ends in a vertical shaft. 20 feet above it opens to the surface and a wooden roof with a bright sunlight shining in all around. Below it continues another 40 feet before hitting a dark water line. A series of rusted iron rungs are hammered into the stone, leading all the way to the top. And Counter kind of like leans over, and she kind of like she's eager and she's been leading, but you're kind of the braver one, right? And like she's now suddenly not sure.
We're gonna climb this.
Oh yeah, and like the rungs are on the opposite side, so you'd have to like reach out and grab it, but put yourself over the opening in order to do so. So if you miss, you're going 40 feet straight down to the water. Yeah.
Right. Well, is there just water below then?
It's really dark. It's hard to tell. Do you have any way to cast light or put light down there? And unfortunately, you're not sure. I mean, you can see like the reflection of water, but you have
Okay.
no idea how deep it is
How deep
or
it
anything
is.
else. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just go then.
All right. I would like you to roll a dexterity, athletics, or acrobatics, whichever one you choose.
Okay, let's see what happens this time. All right. I rolled an 8, so plus 3 is 11.
Okay. So you grab it.
Mm-hmm.
It's slick. I need you to roll a strength roll.
Oh, that's not good. Roll 20 is definitely faster than the D&D Beyond roller.
Yeah, a little bit it is, yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. I rolled a 19, minus 1 is 18.
Yeah. So your fingers but you're able to grab it, you get footing, you're able to get your whole body over and onto that thing, and you're just kind of hanging there looking back across at your sister, who does not look very sure about what's happening.
It's very slick. So just be prepared to catch yourself, okay? You'll be fine. If I can do it, you can do it.
And she reach over, can you just give
Yeah,
me
of
your
course.
hand?
Yes, of course. And I reach out my hand towards her.
All right, so that's going to give her advantage on this roll to get across. So her first roll is a 15, which is going to be great. And the second roll is So with your help, you're able to get her on. And you guys are kind of both on either side of this rung, and she's got her arms wrapped around you, and she's shaking a little bit.
It's okay. This is fun.
It's not fun. This is not fun.
Do you want to go back?
No, I don't want to go back.
Okay.
But we asked, and you told me, you said that this was not going to be scary.
I'm not scared. No,
you're not scared, but I'm scared. And we've talked about this. You don't get scared of anything, and you have to think about what scares me.
I'm here with you. Nothing will hurt you while I'm here.
I know, but
I've got you.
I know. I just want to get wet. This is my favorite dress, and you know it. Okay.
Well, if you knew we were coming down these things, why didn't you wear better shoes?
You said tunnel. Okay.
I did.
Okay. I'm going first. And she just starts shows you, she starts just climbing right up this thing. When you two get to the top, she kind of ducks down and she looks over the edge. All around you is this wide plaza. So you're at a well. That roof above you was the top of the well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all around you is this huge, wide open brick plaza. There's a couple buildings to the front, and then there are tables set all around you. They're laid out with these incredibly bright and colorful linens. They're piled high with plates and platters, and on each of them is this giant tray of pastries. And these are just like artisan level. There's crullers, and there's these incredible donuts that have been covered with layers that look like flowers, and it's all icing, and there's cakes, and there's pies, and she just looks at you and she's like, jackpot.
So I imagine she's just sort of standing there watching it for a second. I want to come up behind her and grab her arm and go, who are these for? Do you know? Do we care?
Rich people,
Okay.
It's all for the festival. And she's looking down, and she's pointing to you guys are in the well, kind of looking just over the edge of it, right? Like up and down, that, and
like prairie dogs.
Yes, yes, like prairie dogs. And just beyond, right, is this large open tent kitchen that's been set up, and occasionally a chef will run out and lay some things down and then run back into the kitchen. So there's lots of activity, but there's enough gaps where you could probably sneak out, careful. Ducking behind tables.
Ducking behind the table,
Load up.
maybe duck under the table because they probably have linens over top of them.
Oh, they definitely do. They definitely have linens over them. Yep.
Yes. So take pull it under.
100%. So how do you want to do this?
I think I'll watch out and let her know when to go get something.
Okay.
And go to the table, and then every other time we'll have one of us watching maybe from under the chair or peek out from under the tablecloth, so that the other person can stand up and gather a bunch of stuff and then hop back down again.
Okay. So there are
that way we both end up with a bunch of stuff.
So the best one she can spot it, right? Not all the tables are covered with desserts. Most of them are covered with some desserts, but the big ones, like the master ones with the big, huge, just buffet-like things, those are more towards the center.
Okay.
So I figure if I go here and then like she's pointing to like there's like a little setup area where they've got a bunch of like wine and things on a cart, and then there's like a tree, and then there's a table, and she thinks she can like bounce to the thing, but she's got to make 2 stealth checks to
Okay.
get there. Now, if you're helping her, right?
Yes.
So
I want to keep out watch for her
So
and
you're
let her
gonna
know
roll-
who's coming, and you're like, okay, they've just gone. Go, 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 go.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna roll a perception roll each time. If you're successful, she rolls with advantage on her stealth. So roll me the first perception roll.
Wait, where is that? Okay, that's a 16. So 16 plus 3 is 19.
Oh yeah, that's very successful. So you're got a beat eye on these guys, and you're seeing them, and you think you've got like the patterns. So you're telling your sister like, okay, this is probably when they're gonna and go, right? And she rolls, pardon me, for her stealth. Sorry, her first roll is it's a 9.
Not
But her
good.
second roll, okay, so
Not good at all.
she runs out and she trips and bumps directly into the wine cart, and the glasses all shake and one tumbles off the edge, and she right?
Catches it.
But one of the chefs come out, and like he's like looking around, he's got a rolling pin in his hand that he's smacking into his other hand, right? And flowers coming up off him in waves. And he's walking down the tables, and he's looking around, he's lifting up table a cloth, and he's about 2 tables away from where your sister is, and she's stuck. She's like just pressed up against this cart that's barely wider than she is. If she moves, she'll be seen.
Can I throw a rock or something to distract him for a bit? I don't know.
we're gonna standard stealth RPG game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so
You're young girls. Of course, that's what we do.
there's easily a rock with
They'll look a distraction.
Yeah. So what are you throwing it at?
I'm gonna throw it. At something open, something where a mouse or a rat could come out. So not
Sure.
where we came out, but like a corner or something.
Okay.
So it could be
excellent.
something scurrying away.
I would like you to roll either a straight dex, or if it was a melee weapon. Sorry, if it was a ranged weapon. So what you could roll is you could either roll your dexterity, which is going to be a +4,
2.
which is great.
Or
No, yeah,
oh,
just your.
like
Oh, sorry,
+2.
no, you're right. It's not a dex save. I'm sorry. So it'd either be your athletics, which is a 0, or it would be like your crossbow, which is a +4, because you're using it
Okay.
as like a ranged weapon. Yeah.
So how do I do
So
crossbow?
next to
And
where it says crossbow hand, under attack on that right hand side, you'll see range 30 and then
Aha, there it
+4.
is.
Yep.
okay. Oh, not good. It's 5, so 9.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to roll a fate die. As a 5. Okay, so you pick this rock up, and you've got this area eyed out, and you're all set, and you go to throw, but your foot slips on the rung you're standing on. You're able to grab with your other hand to not fall, but it kind of like floats outside of your hand, and it flies up, and it lands on the table directly in front of your sister. So your sister's like looking at this rock that's landed. The guy looks up and he sees the rock. He's now making a beeline to your sister. You have one more action before he gets to her. And she's
I
looking
really
at you like, what the fuck?
Don't know what to do. I really have no idea.
Let's see what your options are. You could throw another rock.
Okay.
You could. Let me see what you've got here. So you've got some spells. I would say that you have
right.
access to your. You have access to all of your spells, right? Because
Yeah.
again, you're in this dream world, but you can use what you've got in real life. You've got some
Mhm.
options. You've got invisibility, which unfortunately you should have casted her before she left the well.
Which is touch.
right? You've got dissonant whispers. You could
Oh, I could do
absolutely use that.
prestidigitation.
You could easily do prestidigitation.
Well, let's do
what
that.
a fantastic time to do
Let's
that.
do that.
What would you like to have happen?
Let's see. I would like the thing I was trying to do before, the illusory image of a rat running away.
Ah, now that's solid. All right, you cast the spell, the rat appears. Describe what happens.
The rat appears where the rock is and almost takes the shape of the rock and rolls off the table and runs like probably right by the cook.
Yeah. Like right under, right
under his feet or something. Yeah. And so like, you know, he's flabbergasted, there's flour flying everywhere, and he like screams at someone because someone should have been taking care of this rat problem by now.
Absolutely.
And, yes. And
we know it's outdoors. We know there's some situations, but guys, this is basic stuff. No rats. Yeah.
Right. These people have paid good money for this food. They don't want to see
pastries over
the
here.
Rats in their thing. Do you realize we're not going to get hired again? This catering company is doomed.
Hired? Be lucky they're not beheaded.
Right. Given who this is for.
It's not me. They're not that mean. But they will kick them out of the city if they really F up. And that's the worst thing to be punished with in on a.
Right, right.
All right. He goes chasing after this rat. Your sister like, and she's looking at you like, do we bail or do we keep going?
We're good. It's good. Breathe.
Like, she mouths, I trust you. And she hunches down, and I would like you to roll one more perception. The man is really thundering here. If I lose connection, we'll jump back in.
Okay. I hear it.
Yeah. Normally we don't.
Holy
but
crap.
You know, it's pretty strong. Yeah. It's atmosphere.
Oh, come on. I don't think we'd be doing this on Thunder. Oh, that's not good. I rolled a 6 plus 3 is a 9.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity, and there's a lot of chefs like they're kind of coming out to the edge, looking for more rats, going back in. Like you really can't give her clear direction, and eventually she just goes for it, and gets a 9. So she gets to this next table, but just biffs it, just trips, and just like shoulder first, boom, and the glass is all shaken. 2 of them fall over, and one rolls, and it's rolling to the edge. It's gonna fall off the edge. Can you do anything to stop it? This is not going well.
No, it's not.
It's the hardest thing you've done yet.
So can I do something like? So I have mending.
Yes, mending is touch set.
Oh, it's touch based.
Yeah, but that's
so
really solid. I like it. Yeah, yeah.
That's some thunder.
That is some thunder, isn't it? Damn.
Let's see. What do I have?
There's a storm roll again.
Yes.
Just to add difficulty.
Oh, let's get out of here then.
They're gonna start throwing tarps over everything. You gotta hurry.
So maybe we can use the thunder. So does prestidigitation also do
sounds? Yes, it does. Absolutely, it does. Yep.
So if we can do the thunder, then just as the glass shatters,
yes,
having a louder
cover
sound,
the noise.
Right, to somewhere else to.
So smart.
Yeah, to not have it be the loudest thing there.
So the glass hits. You release this crack of thunder. All the chefs stop for a moment, look at each other with panic, and start grabbing tarps and running out to the tables. So yes,
now
you
we
did.
Run.
Yeah.
Now we run.
Yes. So she looks up at you, and she looks up at this table, and she goes for it. She goes to grab as much as she can.
Yes.
And she rolls a 12, which is just fucking enough. So she grabs like not as much as you wanted, but like she has like a sack with her, and she just like wipes a whole tray into it, right? And then she just bolts, and then you hear people yelling, and she gets to the well, and you guys are climbing down it as chefs like are are around the outside yelling at you and like tossing onions, trying to knock you off the thing. You get back into the tunnel. You guys are laughing and giggling the whole way out, and you get to the main bridge, and you're almost collapsing into each other. You're so exhausted. You're laughing. You're having a great time. You're just shoving pastries into each other's mouths. Yeah. And then you see a figure standing in the lit arch on the entrance to the large bridge tunnel. and blocking your way.
Did you want one?
His hands go out, and you see things rise. A spike, a nail, a rusted knife.
I
This is
grasp a pastry even harder, preparing to throw it if I need to.
And they all begin to swirl. I'm just getting the alert for the weather now.
Oh, well,
They
thanks.
all-
That's a good alert.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They all begin to swirl around him. All these bits of metal begin to swirl around him in a cloud.
I'm going to step in
faster and
front of my
faster.
sister.
Yeah. You can't run. You can never escape the Union, says Rappel. And I would like you to roll initiative.
I already hated him before.
He's really easy to hate.
Ooh. 15 plus 3, so 18.
Nice. And Rappel gets 16. You got a what?
18
Nice. Go. Whatever you want to do, take action.
is my sister also rolling initiative, or is she going to be cowering in a corner?
She is right now standing behind you. If she has to, actually will. But do you want? I'm about to just put her in the initiative just to make sure.
Okay.
And she rolled a 17, so it's actually gonna be you and then her and then Rappel.
Okay. Perfect. So
And you guys are like in sync. So if you were like bolt, she would get it and you would both do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what are the options of running away right now?
So he's in
Is
one
he
side of
blocking the
bridge.
only way out?
No, so think of it like there's a street, right? And this like a canal duct under the street and then back up. So
Mhm.
you can run the other way towards
Okay.
the parade.
Okay. Let me see what I have. Okay, I have a question about invisibility,
Hit me.
because last time I didn't realize that the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So does that mean that I can't cast a spell, or she can't cast a spell
Neither.
if I cast
So
it on her?
if you make her invisible, she can't cast a spell or take action. You could do other things. But you
Okay.
could like invisible
But last
her
time
and then
I
do
cast
something.
it on myself, and then I cast a spell, and then I
Correct.
wasn't invisible. Got it.
That's
Okay,
why-
that's how that
exactly.
works.
Yep.
Um,
I love that this is like your third game, right?
yeah.
It's like your third game of D&D total.
I don't know what
You're
I'm
doing a
doing.
great job. Yeah.
And then is Bardic Inspiration an action? No, it's a bonus action.
Bonus action. So you could cast invisibility and hit her with Bardic Inspiration at the same time if you wanted to. It's like double up on her.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that and then
Nice.
run and tell her
Okay,
to
so
run.
Invisibility.
Yes.
So let's like run and you slap her on the back and you give her
Yes.
invisibility and you give her.
Bardic Inspiration.
So you slap her on the back, right? And you feel the fabric of this dress. You trace a line along this embroidered flower on the back and down onto this ivy leaf. And as you trace that line, a line of the threading lights up as you do so. And then just from that thread, it just spreads all around her until she's completely invisible. And then you just kind of like hum a little resonance and it makes that string vibrate, and you've passed on this extra bit of luck to her, basically, as
Mhm.
you guys begin to run. As you do, Rappel's going to take a shot at you. And he hurls one of these jagged pieces of metal.
I
Does a
can't see it.
12 hit you.
I have no idea. How would I
A
know?
12 I'm looking at your AC. Oh, it's a 13.
Yes.
So this piece of
But would
metal.
it be a hold on.
Yeah. Hit
Would
me.
it be a 13 right now? Because she wouldn't be wearing armor at this point.
That is so very fair.
Like she's wearing armor in the Union with a 13.
And she would
But
not be
if she's
wearing
on the
armor.
streets of Ani, she wouldn't be wearing it.
Oh, I love players who are willing to screw themselves. Okay, you are absolutely right. So
let me see. If I unequip my but it's 12 without the leather armor.
so it would hit you. It
Okay.
would just hit you.
So if it's
So
if it is the same number, then it hits.
if it matches the AC, it hits. Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
In fact, that's it with most things. So if there's a DC, like if you need a 16 saving throw and you roll a 16, you get it. So as long as you match the number or higher.
Okay.
This jagged piece of metal fires and strikes you in the shoulder, dealing 9 points of damage as it doesn't go straight in, but it digs into your flesh and cuts along your arm. And that takes you down to 18 hit points out of 27. Now, you're running. You are about 2 rounds at full sprint away from the edge of the parade. Are you doing anything on your round while you're running?
Yes. Let me figure that out. Can I have 2 invisibilities going at the same time?
Oh, absolutely. Well, let me double check.
It's concentration. But what is that? No. I don't know what that means. Okay.
So any spell that requires concentration means you can't double up. So you couldn't cast more than one, because as soon as you cast one spell that requires concentration, it ends the one that you're already concentrating on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Rob, you know what I do have?
What do you got?
I have heat metal.
Yes, you do. Well, you 100% do. Now,
I'm gonna fuck him up.
just your word. The metal's not touching him.
Yeah,
so
but
were you to heat the metal and then him to throw it at you?
So there is no metal touching him at all?
No, it's like, so imagine like he's got his arms out and he's walking towards you, and there's this cloud of levitating metal flying all around him, like if he was.
But is there any on him?
Unfortunately not.
Oh, God.
So if you were to cast heat metal, what this would do is simply make the projectiles do more damage.
No, that would be horrible. Let's not do that.
Really terrible, but it was a really good idea.
I can't believe he's not wearing any.
Yeah, because he sometimes does. And I'm so sorry. You know those bands he put around your neck?
Yeah.
He has those bands on his wrists and feet, because that's what he uses to levitate. So you can see the one on his you can see like these 2 thick bracelets on either arm, like basically covering his entire forearm almost.
Yeah, we'll heat those.
Heat.
Yeah, let's heat those up.
Yeah. So
okay, so
metal,
that is
you're within range. So
one metal object.
Yep. And that is
it's also concentration.
So if you do it,
damn it,
your sister will become visible.
I really want to do that.
He's gonna have 2 more rounds to throw things at you before you hit the edge of that.
But I don't want him to throw things at her.
You absolutely do not.
That would be the actual worst.
Or at least stop him for a round. And heat metal will definitely give him something to deal with for that round.
How many level 2 spells do I get?
So level 2 spells, you still have those little
3
boxes. So you just clicked 1, so you got 2 more left.
Right.
Yep. You could also cast heat metal as, you only have 2nd level spells. If you had access to 3rd level spells, you could cast heat metal as a 3rd level spell, and it would do more damage.
Okay. I'm going to instead do the demigod power of Bane and make his next. So he needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to be his best. He's kind of a dick.
Oh, come on. He's an asshole. He has high charisma.
That is an 11. I'm assuming that's going to fail.
I have no idea. How do I know?
Okay, yeah, sorry. So let me open up Bane here, and you. Oh no, sorry, that's your Bane ability. So let me just look up Bane real quick, because unfortunately, D&D Beyond does not have access to demigod abilities, which I would love to program one day, but it would take me like literally weeks.
Ever, yeah.
Okay, so Bane. So up to 3 creatures of your choice can see within range, make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails a saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract that total from their roll. So you cast Bane. They go to chuck another piece of metal at you.
But how do I know if they fail or not?
Well, they did fail. So
how do you know?
I would say that there's a resonance to it, and you feel.
Well, no, Rob, like mechanically.
Oh, I see.
You rolled a 12. Yeah, 10 plus 2. How do you know that's a fail?
So I rolled 10 plus 2, and you have a spell save DC of 14. So if you look at the top of your spells, there's 3 numbers: a modifier, a spell
Oh, there it
attack,
is.
and a save DC. So if there was a modifier to any spell, you would get a +4. If you were casting an attack spell that was like directed at someone that needed to hit, you would have a +6. And the DC to save against any of your spells is a 14.
Gotcha.
You rolled a 12. Therefore he failed. So
yes.
he rolls an attack roll. 1 die 20 +4.
Well, -4.
Right. Sorry. So a 13,
No, I'm not going to give it a +4.
right? Which +2 is a 15, which totally would have hit you, but it's -D4. So let's see what happens. And it's -1, sadly.
Not good enough.
So it still hits you. Okay, so 2D4, but you felt it like it would have gone straight into your back, and you're able to deflect it off to the side and down, and it just cuts across your legs. You almost got it, like you felt reality shift with that moment, and it almost got it off, but it just came at you too fast. So 2 points plus 2 points plus 2 is 6 more points of damage, and you are like, you want to limp, but you're forcing yourself not to because you have to keep running.
I have to run.
You can see your sister, even though she's invisible. You know where she, at least enough to know where she is. It's like a shimmer, like you're aware of her, and you know she's looking back at you in horror and like looking like she's going to slow down.
Well, I also think I know where she is because I know how she runs.
Oh, totally.
And so I can see what's ahead of us. And I know that, like, you know, she favors her left leg, so she's going to go around the curb this way.
Yes.
So I know the path she's going to take as we head towards the parade.
Yeah. You guys are identical in every way, but she's still a little faster for some reason. She always has been. You know what I mean?
I'm also injured.
That's true. You're also like half limping now, so you're definitely like a bit behind. She's like, run. she keeps booking. You keep a booking. You've got one more round now before you get to the edge of that parade, and 12 hit points left.
And so the duration of that is a minute, so I don't need to cast that again.
Correct.
Well, I'm not casting. That's a god's ability.
And he is just baned.
Could I cast Healing Word on myself?
Oh yeah, you can. 100%. Absolutely. So,
let me do that.
That is I believe that is a bonus action. So I think you still have, so you can still do something else as well.
What are my options?
Let me see. So if you cast Healing Word, that's your last second level spell.
And I can't cast Bardic Inspiration myself.
Oh, yes, you can. You can absolutely cast Bardic Inspiration on yourself.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, totally. Okay. Yeah. You could also smack him with the Dissonant Whispers.
Yes.
If you want to do damage.
You can't do 2 spells in a turn,
You are a demigod, so you can.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Dissonant Whispers as the action and Healing Word as the bonus action, and then running the fuck away as the movement.
Excellent. So you wear these big open sleeves, right? And you just pull your hands in for a second. Oh, very fancy. You pull your hands in for a second, and you let your fingertips trace the inside of the silk along to the outside, and you just resonate those 2 pieces of fabric. One you pull out and then wipe across your chest, and one you just like look over your shoulder and fling backwards.
Throw it.
Right? While shouting, right? So the first one, I would like you to roll the Healing Word hit point recovery, which would be 2d4 plus 4, with a little heart next to it.
Let me find that. Give me 1 sec.
So on right next to the spell. So right it says effect, and it's got that 2d4, just that big button with the heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That'll be your 3rd second level spell.
Can't see them, so I have to wait for it to come up.
That's okay.
Oh, I rolled 2 4s.
Nice.
So 12 hit points.
Wow. So you are almost completely healed. So you feel, so like it's a, hang on. So, wait, I always get this a little bit wrong. So let's go down 3. Okay. Now, So you were down. So you were back up to 24 hit points of damage, and as you like basically, touch these strands and weave them out, right? You can feel also strands in your wounds, right? Crossing over the gaps, crossing over the gashes in your flesh and knitting them together. There's still pain and tenderness, which is why you're still a little bit injured, but you're not bleeding, and you can run again.
Yes, very much run.
Excellent. And then I would like you to roll your damage.
Well,
and describe
what about
how that works? Like,
which
is there a saving throw? Let me double check this.
For yes, wisdom.
Yes. Wisdom saving throw, DC 14 on a failed save. That is an 8, so he fails because that's 8 plus 1. He's not very wise.
I am so glad he's failing all of these saving throws.
He's not rolling well. I would like you to roll
takes 3d6 psychic damage.
And describe how that works.
So I think now that I am sort of more aware of the situation and that I saw the Union and I know Repel's here and I know this is sort of like with my sister, I am very, very angry
I can imagine.
that he is even within spitting distance of my sister.
Totally.
Like pissed.
Yeah.
And so I think the Dissonant Whispers is random curse words in various languages. Maybe she doesn't even know.
Motherfucker, and then some draconic.
Yes, exactly. All of them are get the fuck away from me, you motherfucker.
And how much damage did you do to him?
Let me see. So that's... Where is it? There it is. 6, 4, 3, 3, and the total it tells me is 16.
Nice. So these words just explode from you, and you can feel them shake the stone around you, yet the anger is very, very evident. And you see him stumble and clutch his head, and when his eyes come back up, they're bloodshot, and blood is trickling down from his nose and his ears, and he's just filled with hate and fury and just fires one more piece of metal out after you.
You know, honestly, at this point, if he hits me, I don't care because it serves him the fuck right for messing with my sister.
Yeah, that one does hit you. And 3 plus 1, 4, 6 points of damage. So again, you're able just to, I mean, it's a weird thing where you can kind of like know when things are coming a little bit. Like you have this, not like foresight, but just awareness because of how they vibrate the strands of fate around you, right? And you're just able to turn as it cuts across your back, and it stings, but you're not.
It could have been worse.
It could have been much worse. And you're in the crowd, and your sister instantly gets jostled, so her invisibility fades. There's just like not enough room for her to move because you're literally working your way through a packed crowd.
And I want to grab her hand and then lead her.
Yeah.
Because I know she's scared, and I know she's like not having a good day at this point.
Totally.
And of course we had to abandon all of our croissants. So
no. She still got them.
Oh, she still has them. Excellent.
Yeah, why would she have dropped those?
I don't know.
They're far too valuable. You kidding me?
We worked so hard for those. Yeah.
You earned that shit.
And I want to just drag her away into some corner, like try to lose Repel.
It's not hard. I mean, you are two, you're what, like 5'6" each, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around that,
right?
5'8".
Yeah. I mean,
like
guys,
young women.
Yeah, you vanish into the crowd, and it's impossible for him to find you, as his magnetic powers do him nothing because you guys aren't wearing metal, so he can't get you. And you eventually like make your way into like, so there's this big, huge street that kind of winds around this large park in like towards the center of Ani, near where the canal is. And you guys settle under this big oak tree with these huge bushes all around it, so you're kind of protected from outside of you. And you tuck under, and you pull out these pastries, and you're not talking, you're just eating. You're just quietly munching on pastries and like kind of healing wording the rest of your body.
Well, I feel
right?
like we're leaning against each other, and we have our skirts out in front of us, and we're using that as a tablecloth. And so, like, the pastries are arranged over our legs, and we're sort of splitting them. Like, okay, you just get the raspberry ones, and I get the ones with the chocolate. No, you get one chocolate. And we're just sort of splitting them up like kids with Halloween candy.
You're so exhausted that you're back to back to hold each other up. And
Yes.
you just know each other so well that you'll just pass one behind you. And then she'll pass one to you, and you're just divvying them up without even saying a word, right?
Mhm.
As you're doing that, a woman catches your eye. You look up, and there's this small church to Tyr, the god of travel. It's more like a roadside rest stop. It's right by the water. There's pools of fresh water. There's large open benches. There's places to tie up oxen and horses. So just where travelers into the inner city where the markets are could just stop and rest for a moment. Open, no charge. It is there for people who have traveled. And you see a woman step out, and she has this short black bob haircut, and she's pale and she's tall, and she opens the stone clamshell in front of her, and the glow of it spreads across her face in pink and purples. And she frowns and she slams it shut, and she says, "I've been here before so many times. Why is it always here?" And then you just kind of feel yourself fall backwards as if you fell through the earth. And we're going to hold right there.
Here we go.
All right. Oops. And I don't have any cameras. So hang on one second. We're just going to jump over here for a minute. We're going to grab some cameras so that we can be seen.
That's fine. We break them.
And jump back over into here. And there we go. Now we can actually see ourselves.
Except we're not in the
All
bears.
right. So that is what happened to Ashrin. Now, where you all are, and Ashrin's not quite back yet, but where you all are is that you are in this cave that you got to at the bottom of this lake. There's a bright light further down, maybe 100 feet past, and there's the sound of like swirling sand and this heat this dry heat that's blasting into this cave. But Ashrin's gone. Just gone.
So, Diamond, having already been, crouched down to be, under these things, just crouches lower at that, and she says, "Oh, that is not good."
No, it's definitely not good.
So Amity was kind of behind Magnuson, because Magnuson had his shield up above his head, and Amity had kind of got behind him so that she could use the shield as well, because she's even shorter.
Yeah.
Is like, "Oh my god, shit. Why would anyone?"
Madison with his shield being held up is just turning around like, what's going on? Because he was leading the charge and has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, Diamond's just like, it looks as if Ashrin has disappeared. Touched one of the things.
Like in that fight.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
Remember, Amity, when I got the belt?
I think Amity might be timing out. Yep, Amity's timing out, so she'll be back.
Rip.
Oh, there she is.
I'm back. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Keep talking. I'm going to move you into your proper holes.
I'm Magnuson. I believe in people.
Amity got so angry she crashed.
That happens. What are you going to do? All right. So, what are
I
you
could be
doing?
Yara. I could be nice to people.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's all about being nice.
Yeah.
Not just about being nice.
not
I was in the
just
right
about that.
spot.
You
Rob,
were. I'm
you
sorry.
didn't have to move
I know.
me.
I moved you for no reason. Sorry about that. And I'm still wrong here. But what are you all doing while I'm getting you back into your proper places?
Yara chimes in. It's just like when I got the belt and she disappeared that time. Maybe it's just that.
Maybe.
Ash, if you are invisible, sneeze.
You can't just sneeze on cue.
Okay, say sneeze. Say the word sneeze.
Magnuson sneezes. Sorry, the dust. It's
Amity
Yeah,
like
fine.
gives him like a slap on the back of the head.
ow! Hey,
Meanwhile, Diamond has like gone over to where Ashford was and is just like waving like a paw hand through there, and it's just like, hey,
I need a
think she is
perception
invisible."
roll.
Sure.
Thank you.
For all of us or just for me?
Just for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's my...
So that is a 20 in total.
Okay. So you go over there and you wave your hand and you're looking for her, and like you hit something sticky and you pull it back and it's cobwebs. And it's a lot of cobwebs. When you look back up, there are eyes and chittering. And now you can
Once
all
again,
see them
again.
all
Oh, no.
around you as these giant spiders are coming, like
Time to
almost like
move.
they're forming out of the shadows all around you.
Yeah.
Time to move. Everybody forward. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Time to move. And I'm like,
go.
I grab Yara and I am pushing Yara towards
Alright.
the light.
All
I'll
right.
let her push me.
So you guys are running towards the light. As you start to move, Ashrin, you reappear. So there's Ashrin, there's a group of spiders, there's the rest of you, and then there's the whole. Initiative.
Fuck.
Shit.
And who's going to track initiative for me because I'm dumb?
I'll do it.
Thank
Hold
you.
on, I got a pen here, so
Ooh, let's
Who just wasted
Nice.
a 20 on initiative?
Paladin, which is who you want to have in it.
Yeah, that's who you want at the start of the.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the spiders were not paying attention.
So Diamond got a 20. Nice.
Nice.
No,
I got it. I got a
Diamond got a 13 total.
Oh, I read your perception. Sorry. So
Yeah, no, you're good.
4 from Megs.
Spiders got like an 8.
21.
Dumb spiders.
Amity.
Slugs, why you gotta do us like this? Why you gotta do us
I know, right? Why you guys do us dirty like this?
Slugs, I loved you so much.
That was foolish. Get him, Stacy.
No one loves slugs
Oh.
more than me.
I really do love Slugs. He's the best.
He's
so
so
earnest.
good.
Yeah, he's just
He's
so
so
earnest all the time.
good.
Yeah.
Slugs is trying so hard, and I appreciate it.
Slugs tries hard all the time. Slugs is a try-hard boy. That is absolutely true.
Slugs is the best boy.
Yeah,
I love
he is. He is a good boy. I mean, Wendell's a good boy, but like Wendell doesn't have to try as hard as
No,
Slugs
because he
does.
doesn't really he doesn't know much about what's
Right.
going on in order to be good, whereas
Exactly.
Slugs knows more things and is
Yeah.
still good.
And is responsible for. My favorite thing about a Slugs was like they were like, "Can't you just send in the spiders?" And Slugs was like, "Well, they'll get hurt. Like he won't send in the spiders
Yeah,
if they're gonna
no,
get
that's-
hurt." Yeah.
Like Slugs is responsible for all the spiders. You
It's
know,
like
it's
a
like they gotta
million
look
of
out for
them.
them.
And he knows
What
them
was
all.
the Aram, you rolled a 6 and a 17.
I should have just rolled a 6. So keep the 6 and make
Okay.
it an 8.
Cool. All right. So Magnuson is up first.
Okay.
So how far away is Ashrin on the other side of this group of spiders?
So it's like 10 feet. So it's like her, 10 feet, spiders, 10 feet, you.
okay.
So about 20 feet away.
Hmm.
And 6 spiders away.
6 spiders.
As a
Yes.
unit of measurement.
You were 6
That's-
spiders
that's
away.
Quite a large number of spiders.
It is it is more than 0, which is an unfortunate number of spiders away.
That is true. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually just going to charge straight through them and try to get to her.
Cool.
Um,
So you will invoke attacks of opportunity to do so.
but actually, before I do this, I should probably cast Shield of Faith on myself as a bonus
There
action.
you go. Arachnid shield.
To give myself +2 AC.
Nice.
And then I will go ahead and
Bug
make
beacon.
this charge.
Okay, you will invoke 3 attacks of opportunity by doing this. Okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, so you are charging towards Ashrin incredibly bravely, and the spiders do lunge at you as you do so. So, 2 of them go to bite you. I'm going to roll for them first. What we got here? That's over here. I got so many windows open, sorry. So the first one is going to be a 23.
That will hit.
Okay, and the second one is going to be a 24.
Both will
Wow.
hit.
So
Yeah,
as you
those
run
hurt.
in, and two spiders just lunge at you, and both go right for your legs. And one bites your left leg, and one bites your right leg. And you take, oh my.
Oh no. I don't like that.
So 5 plus 9 plus 6, 15 points of damage as they bite into your legs. And I need a Constitution save, please.
You
Is
want to
this
pass
versus-
that, buddy.
Is this versus a poison?
This is versus poison, which you are
Yeah,
immune to,
dwarf.
aren't
I
you?
have
There you go.
advantage.
Oh, you have advantage. Nice. All right.
Because of being a dwarf.
Nice.
Big dwarf energy.
Admittedly, as far as people who could run into the crowd of spiders go, Magnuson is the best choice.
You're the best one to run to the spiders.
13?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I
you-
have
That's one.
advantage.
That's one. Yeah.
Roll
Yeah.
it again, because you.
So yeah, 13.
So it burns. It's not comfortable, but you don't feel poisoned. So they both bite you. You're able to like rip out from them, and they're like as you're going past. The third one is going to try and web you. So let's see if that hits.
Okay.
Oops, that is not right. Sorry. Hang on.
All good. Oh,
Hang
it's all
on.
good.
Hey, it's still an 8.
That will miss.
So that's going to be 8 plus 5 is 13.
That'll miss.
Okay, so they both bite you and just kind of slow you down for a second, and this web fires like right across your face and splats against the wall, but you're able to rip through that, get through the spiders, and get to Ashrin. You can still take an action because that was just your move.
As an action, I am going to use one of my divine senses.
All right.
So until the end of my next turn, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Okay. There are none of those things.
Okay, well, it was worth a shot.
Absolutely.
These are just normal spiders.
Regular
we're good. They are
spiders.
not
Regular
zombie
big
spiders.
spiders. Yeah.
I can confirm that now.
Or god spiders. If they
Yeah.
were god spiders, that would also be bad.
That would be
Yeah.
very bad if they
Or
were god
gods
spiders.
that were turned into spiders.
That would equally be bad. All of these things are bad.
Uh-huh.
Fortunately, you're not facing any of that right now. It doesn't do any
Yeah.
detect magic or anything like that, right? It just tells you if they're
No,
undead or
it just
whatever.
tells me. Yeah, it
Gotcha.
doesn't tell me specifics. It just tells me the type of creature. If
Then,
it like in that zone.
well, so that's the info you get. So who's next before I say this next thing?
Oh, me.
Good. Okay, so you just saw Magnuson leap in there. 2 spiders bit him. He yanked himself out. A web got shot across his face, and he is now at Ashrin's side. Amity, what are you doing?
So Amity's like, guess we're fighting, and jumps in as well, is going to head for the one that is whatever one is engaged with Magnuson.
Okay, gotcha.
And stab it with her short sword.
All right, excellent. So
We're
the
not
backs
doing
are
anything
turned.
Yeah, we're not doing anything fancy. We're
That-
just stabbing
you-
with a sword.
You would they're engaged with Magnuson, so that would give you the opportunity
Advantage.
and for a sneak attack, right?
Yeah, I guess sneak
Yeah.
attack. So that's a
Roll again just to make sure you don't.
that's
Yeah, you
seven,
have advantage,
it's
so you-
17 on the first
Definitely going to hit.
Well, and actually,
Wow.
you get
Well,
to.
hold on.
Glad the 17 is. Glad the
I
17 is.
don't know how I rolled 3 times. I think I just
That's
double.
amazing.
Roll 20's
though.
roll 20's a little weird.
Amity,
Thank
you
goodness.
rolled a 1 and then you rolled another 1
Yeah,
because
but then,
halfling luck is already applied.
oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Oh.
Well, what a bullshit halfling luck that would have been. Well, thank goodness it didn't
Yeah,
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
I would have been
that's-
pissed.
That is.
Glad we got the 17.
No shit. Okay, so you got a 17
Pretty
that
wild,
definitely hits,
So that's 5 piercing damage, regular damage.
right?
And then I got my sneak attack. And it's 7
That's not
sneak
bad.
attack. So
Describe how you
that's,
get this sucker.
So yeah, just sort of like it focuses on Magnuson. Amity just kind of real stealthy, like runs up, kind of behind it, and just like basically guts it like a fish,
Mm-hmm.
front to back. So like guts on the floor,
Nice.
belly slash.
They spill out,
Um,
right? The spider turns its head towards you as it's dying, and its face shifts to a person, and then it just collapses into sand in front of you.
Hate this place.
Who's next?
No, I have a bonus action.
Take your bonus action. My apologies.
Bonus action, stab the other one that's engaged with.
Hell yeah.
Magnuson.
Oh yeah, two of them.
Hell
Buddy.
yeah.
I don't get sneak attack again on
Right.
the same turn.
No.
Even I know that.
But,
That's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's 18. Boop-a-da-boop. That is 7
7
piercing
okay.
damage on the second one.
Nice. So you just gut one, and then the other one's right there. You just turn and just slam into it.
Stab it in the face.
Yeah, hell yeah. You take out 3 of its 8 eyes, right? It's pissed. It's not dead yet, but it's not looking good.
Also, I would like, does it, it doesn't have, no, never mind.
It doesn't have what?
Case.
What are you going to ask?
It doesn't have more HP than me.
It does. Well, I mean, why would that matter? Tell me why that would matter.
Because of a divinity thing I have.
Oh, it does
But anyway,
not. Just so
yeah.
you know. Yes. But I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah, gotcha. All right,
yeah.
who's next?
I started to ask, and then I realized it was dumb given how fast I killed the other one.
Right, exactly, yeah. That was an older one. He was sick. He was wounded. No.
I was wounded.
Who's
Mary
next?
is up. Sorry,
All right.
Ashrin is up next.
Ashrin, so you just saw Magnuson burst into... You basically appeared, and there was chaos all around you. So that must have been very disorienting.
Question: how hurt does Magnuson look?
Magnuson, how hurt do you look?
He is not thrilled, but he's not bloodied, but he's not happy.
Right, but is bleeding. So like the lower half of him is like very bloody.
Yeah. There's blood starting to soak through some of the chinks in the legs.
Yeah.
And the other question is, can I do 2 bonus actions in a round, or does one of them have to be an action?
We got 1 action, 1 bonus action. So you can only do 1 of each. So 1 reaction, 1 bonus action, and then as many actions as you have available.
Yeah. So if something costs a bonus action, you only have the 1, and then
Yep.
if there's another thing you want to do that's a bonus action, you can't spend another action in place of it, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Unless you've got a weird divinity thing that lets you do that.
Well,
Right.
there's also, I think there's a couple
Demigod of
different
bonus
class
actions.
features, but that's,
sure.
that's a
Yeah.
different thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a different thing.
Well, I'm trying to decide between Healing Word and Bardic Inspiration for Magnuson.
You know, like cure wounds, like the actual like just touch one.
I think
Well,
I have Bardic Inspiration from last session still.
But-
It only lasts for 10 minutes, I thought.
You haven't been gone for
Also-
10 minutes.
Right, but
Yeah.
as soon as she left,
True.
that spell would have ended. Because
Oh,
she
that's
literally
she
left.
went away.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not a spell though.
It still would have left. It's,
Kind of.
even
It's like-
even
Okay.
even being a divinity, she wasn't there. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give you that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll just do Healing Word then
Okay.
on Magnuson. And I assume that now Magnuson has cleared a lane. Or would I take attacks of
will
opportunity if I
You'll
run through?
take attacks of opportunity if you run through it because there's spiders left.
Can I say something that may have got left out of the debate
Yeah.
between Bardic Inspiration and Healing Word?
Sure.
Because Healing Word is a spell. If you're planning on casting a spell for your action, you can't do both. But you can cast a spell and do Bardic Inspiration.
Correct.
Right.
If
Right.
that changes your decision.
No, I was thinking about shooting one of them and then Healing Word Magnuson.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
solid.
So
work.
I'll do that. Let me see if I've learned roll 20 yet.
I haven't, so yeah. No
It's all right.
pressure.
Okay, I clicked on it. It's not doing anything.
I
Uh,
might
so-
just take a second.
no, it might be asking if you want to cast it at first or second spell slot. So minimize that window, and then
Oh, yes, it is. Haha.
Ah, that's right, yeah. There you go.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
So 6 points of healing. And
There you
let me
go.
go back to this.
Magnus has got 1 ankle back.
I will take it.
Hey, you need
Where is the
They're helpful.
weapons?
Ankles are good.
Oh, there they are.
this. Ankles are good.
Oh, that would
That's
work.
gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I roll another 20?
so you need to hit on the side where it says on the dialogue box. Hit
Yeah.
where it says hand crossbow. Just hit that. Nope.
I did.
Here.
No, in the
There you
chat.
go.
There. Sorry.
There you go.
I did it for you.
Okay. Oh, like that. Okay,
There
cool.
you go.
Yeah.
Take the 5 though.
little-
Go
it's a
ahead and
little
take
weird.
the 5.
Take
yeah.
the 5.
Okay.
Yeah, take the 5.
Okay,
so how much damage?
7.
Nice. Okay, so you shot the wounded one, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah. So it had lost a
kill-
couple
kill
eyes
it.
and it turned towards you with like half its face, a slash, and you just tunk right in the forehead. Thing rolls back onto its back, and as the arrow went into its forehead, it definitely turned into the face of a woman and then fell away into sand.
Don't like that.
It's not
And
great.
Ash is also like red-faced with anger and crying and like shaking a little bit.
Jeez, Ash is having a very bad day. Who's up?
It is now Yara.
All right. So if Yara were to call out to these and speak with them using her, what is it? I can speak with beasts. I don't remember what it's called right now. Would
No, I know what you're
would they
saying,
hear? Would she be able to hear them respond to her? Because I'm assuming
You're gonna have to try.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's going to very angrily like come up with her quarterstaff, move forward to one, and she's going to say, "You need to leave. I won't hurt you if you leave right now."
So the nearest one turns to you, and the jaws open up and kind of slide to the side, and this face emerges out from it. I've got 5 bets on you, so I can't leave yet. And the jaws close
Smack
back
'em.
in. All right, roll to hit.
Is that?
Oh no!
Wait.
Damn it.
I have
Oh, you got
I have
your
my
thing.
thing.
Yes,
I've got my
you
thing.
do
I've
have
got
your
3
thing.
of them, and I
Yeah.
haven't used any of them yet. So
How does
roll
this
that
work?
again.
Describe it.
So it's sort of just like as it's happening,
Yeah.
Amity feels it's more like I feel a disturbance in the voice. Amity's like, this isn't gonna work, and just
Her
like
spidey
basically
senses are
like
tingling.
nudges something and
Sure.
just sort of like moves
Yeah.
something slightly.
You're just able to
basic-
like tap Yara's arm a bit so that it goes a little bit lower. Yeah.
or like kicks one of the legs of the spider so it's at a slightly different angle. Or,
Yeah,
Perfect.
and then when I whiff it, instead I hit it straight across the face
Yes, you do.
with my quarterstaff. Oh my gosh! And I
I
only
can't do anything
six,
about that.
Yeah, I only do 6 points of damage.
Well, it gets its attention. You crack it pretty hard, and it just kind of like furrows its little spider eyes, and it looks ready to
All of
lunge
them.
at you. Yeah, all 8 of them right towards you. It looks ready to lunge at you.
Okay.
All
But
right,
it is Diamonds go first.
let's go.
So Diamond's seen them, like fight these things. How 2 of them have like turned to sand and stuff like that, and then
Yep.
like there was the one that talked just then. So she she's still like is still crouched down, like a raccoon, tail bristling, but she heard all that and she sort of like tilts her head to the side. It's like, wait a minute, that's not how spiders work.
Spiders
And
don't
it's like,
talk and have people faces. I'm pretty sure
like,
about
narrows
that.
her eyes, narrows her eyes, and she's like, "Oh, I get what this is." She is going to like dig her hands into like the like grit and sand and everything at the bottom of this, and she's going to close her eyes and focus because she's seen the union as a magic item, and that's how she thinks. She's an artificer. She works with that. She's going to think, "I would very much like to crush these spiders, please."
Okay.
And aim
yeah, I
that
see
to
what
the
you're saying.
union.
Yep. Okay. So I would like you to roll Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a 23 total on my end. Woo.
Okay, 2 things happen, right? First of all, there's a connect. This is different than the other things. They're obviously made out of the same magic-y stuff that everything around you is made, that this whole danger room's made out of, right? But there's a connection. When you really focus, you can see this small silver thread leading back out of the spiders and then off somewhere. But someone is porting in, is in control of this thing, is actively engaged, as opposed to the other things which were created out of whole cloth by the union itself. These things are being puppeted, and you
They're drones,
think
okay.
you can disconnect. Like you can just reach out and grab the closest one to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like through the union, I'm just gonna reach out, and, like grab that strand, and it's like, you are going away now, and just jink.
Wisdom save.
So
Sure.
you could say you're throwing it away.
Hey. It's an 18 total.
As soon as you grab this, you're jolted and you see this vision of a nobleman in a knee sitting in this chair in this beautiful room. There's a fire going, has a glass of brandy, and is wearing this weird pair of glasses with these crystalline goggles, right?
VR headset trying to kill us.
And as soon as you grab
always
it,
the rich people.
it's always the fucking rich. As soon as you grab it, like you see him yell and grab his head and yank the glasses off. And as soon as you do that, that spider in front of you falls to sand and is gone.
Yeah, so like Diamond like opens her eyes and says, "Oh, there are people from around the world. They are controlling these spiders. They are not real. I do not like them."
That
That's the other
pisses Yara
spiders.
off.
Yep.
That pisses Diamond off too, because that is that sure is a lot of like the bullshit that the people she had to deal with back home are like.
Sure is.
It's weird. Like people are the same everywhere.
And also the worst.
So that's probably my main action.
Yep.
What can I do?
Anything else you can do?
Let me see
You
if I have
could-
anything's a bonus action.
Don't you have your metal friend?
I do have my metal friend, but I don't know if taking him out of my bag would be a bonus action or not.
It would not.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, if it's okay with you, I will spend
Yeah.
my bonus action then to Diamond will like take her bag off, put it down, flip the top open, and like turn it to the side, and then she like pokes her head in briefly, and she's like, "Kintsugi, I need you."
You know
and then
what?
like
I don't
pull
even
back.
think it's like that. I think Diamond has a very unique pact. A very unique backpack, and it's all segmented into sections. So you can just reach
I like
behind
that.
you and
Yeah.
pop off a flap, and boom, it's right in your. You can go into the main pack, but you've got all
Yeah.
these other things kind of situated all around you. It's a very busy
Yeah, because
backpack, right?
I home built it. You know,
Totally.
it's custom the way I want.
It's all
yeah, she just reaches
patchwork
back and
and
like
different fabrics. Yeah.
I like that even better. Yeah, no, she reaches back and like undoes like a flap on the bottom as she says, "Kintsugi, I need you." And then like from the bottom, there's something metallic and like silvery and everything else starts to unwind itself from within,
Totally.
and like lopes out from behind her, and this large metallic dog. It like basically like steps up next to her. It's lithe and thin, and you realize it's shaped like a borzoi, and it has like a couple like. You can see where there's been points where it's like taken damage. It's got like cracks through it, but it's
Yeah.
been repaired. And the wild thing about like where
There's
the
a bunch of
repair
welds.
marks are,
Yeah.
yeah, there's
those
like
are
there's
cute.
welds and repair marks, but they've been done with like if you look for a brief moment, if anyone like knows what like you know like really high end metals look like that, there's like gold and silver being used as the patchwork there.
Cool.
And she is going to point forward and she says, "Kintsugi, I need you to help me with these very unfriendly people."
Kintsugi, and then it just takes off.
Oh, you have a Pokemon. I didn't realize.
That's I'm the artificer type that has a Pokemon.
That's
For
right.
our podcast listeners, Borzoi is a type or similar shape to a greyhound.
Yeah, it's like a little greyhound,
dog.
right? It's like a
Big
mini
licky dog.
It's like a mini greyhound. Yeah.
No, they're big. They're
Oh no, they're
big.
big. Borzoi are big.
Gotcha.
They're
Okay, I'm
big
thinking of
and
something
long.
else.
But they're
All
They're
fluffy.
long boys. Yeah, they're fluffy but long.
So there is one wounded spider and one non-wounded spider. Which one would you like the Borzoid to? What's the Borzoid's name again? I'm sorry.
Kintsugi. Kintsugi. It's named after a
Kintsugi.
Japanese art form sort of thing, where it's also repair, where they repair cracks and like stuff with gold dust and
Gold.
stuff like that.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, well, which one would you like this incredible dog to attack?
It's gonna go for the one that has already been damaged because obviously, you know, I've seen the others take it out, and it makes the most sense for that. So it's going to
Smart.
immediately dive for it, and it's going to make a forced empowered rend, which sounds really impressive, but we'll see how this goes. I just need to find out whether or not it hits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
No.
is the attack roll. Yeah, so it's an 8 total to try and hit there.
Sadly not.
Yeah.
The wounded spider is pretty freaked out by the dog and is able to get out of the way and doesn't quite grab on. Is that everyone for the round?
It's
Yeah, well, other than the spiders haven't gone yet.
Right.
Kintsugi is also going to try, like, if it can when it's moving, it's going to try and move up, like, near Magnuson and
Sure.
and Ashern as well.
At this point, it's relatively easy. You're able to move,
Yeah.
so it's like kind of like in the middle now between the two of you. The wounded
Perfect.
spider is going to bite at the dog who just attacked it.
How dare they?
And that's going to be a 14.
16.
It does not hit. The armor class on Kitsugi is 15.
Just
Well,
kind of clanks off the
Aramid,
metal.
you
Yep.
did 1d20 plus 6, so it's actually 16.
It's not supposed to be plus 6 out of 7.
Oh.
Sorry, I just haven't
Gotcha.
changed it because I'm lazy. So so those teeth kind of bite off the armor and does not get it. The other spider turns to Magnuson and Ashrin, who are on the other side, and goes to web you. So it's going to web Magnuson because Magnuson seemed the biggest threat on that end. And that's going to be a natural 20.
Yeah,
So
that-
actually,
that'll-
I'm going to say it gets both of you. So that spider shoots a web and manages to get both of you. So you are now tangled in a web as its face is like half turning human, half turning spider. There's this weird spider human laugh coming out of it. Looks like I'm going to get my money as it's closing in towards you. Top of the round, who's up?
That
It's
would be
okay. It's a
me.
web, and Ashrin's mad.
That's right. It's a good place for you to be.
So I would have to spend my action to cut through the webs, right?
Correct. Or to break out, either one.
I think, yeah, that's probably the smart
Hold
thing.
action. Hold action.
I mean, yeah,
Hold your action, because Amity's about to kill a bitch.
yeah. I think I'll just, I think I'll just hold action.
Okay.
Just to, if this thing survives to the end of Ashrin's turn, and I'm out of the webs, I will swing at it.
Sounds
Oh,
good
that's
to
right.
me.
Webs are made of strands.
That is right.
That's a bad idea.
Yep. Who's up? Who's up next?
That's me.
Oh.
Is it engaged? Is it engaged?
It's
with
very
anybody?
engaged. It is it's got a dog around it, yapping at its tail. It is well,
Okay.
spiders on tails, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's definitely engaged. It is super engaged. It's off the market.
The wedding is next week.
Those will both hit. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
yeah, that's a 25. So that's 5 piercing damage on the sword. Then I don't get sneak attack, I don't think.
Yeah, you
Right.
do. You're engaged.
Do I get it again?
Oh wait, no,
okay, I
yeah,
thought-
because it's each round.
It's a new
So
turn.
yeah.
it's a new round. Okay.
That's a new round, so you get it.
So 5 and 7 again, so that is 13.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hit it with the dagger.
This will probably do it. Wow, pair of 17s. Yep.
Go. Lock 'em
And
up.
that's 6. So altogether, that is 19 piercing damage.
Yeah, it turned towards Ashrin with like hate in its many eyes, and then there's this little halfling just rah, just beheads the thing, clomp clomp clomp, and the little head rolls and turns into a woman for a moment, and then.
And I
Into
flip
sand.
her off.
And now, Ashrin, you and Madison are still stuck in this webbing. What do you do?
But it's now Ashrin's go.
Yep.
So
Well,
you tell me.
you're out of order at this point because all the spiders
Yeah.
are dead. So
You tell me how this is going to work, but
Yeah.
Ashrin's pissed and she's covered in strings.
yep.
So what I imagine she's trying to do is gather up all of her energy and then explode it outward
Yes.
to like cut all of the strings around her all at once.
So when you do this, when you're like pulling in, like the webbing was attached to walls and floors and everything, right? And you would have like kind of caught it. It starts to snap and just pulls all in towards you and wraps around both of you until it's this huge ball. And at first, Magnuson, you're like, this is not helping. And then as soon as, once it wraps all around you, it just boom, bursts out in all directions. And you guys are just standing there completely free of webbing. The rest of you kind of got it in the face, but like not enough to hold you, right? But you're now
It's in my hair. It's in my
Yeah.
hair.
you're now in this cave and it's eerily quiet except for the noise of rustling sand and wind coming
That
from the
was
end
so
of it.
cool.
And Ashrin is breathing hard and red-faced and like almost crying.
Hey Ash, you kind of disappeared on us there for a second. How you doing, babe?
Let's just go.
You sure?
No, but anybody want a pastry?
There's a
I have a whole
pile
bag.
of delicious looking
If,
pastries.
if
fuck
you say
yeah,
that, I want to insight that.
absolutely.
Like, and I don't want to insight her intentions. I want to
Sure.
insight like I had a vision, and I came back with
Mhm.
something,
Yep,
and so I want to see if I can do that here.
sure.
18.
So what are you trying to find out?
I just want to I want Yara's brain to put together that she came back with the bear necklace and the grass and then the whole
Totally.
piece of horn, and then Ashrin. We didn't have pastries on the boat.
Yep.
There's no way she could have a pastry on the boat.
Ashrin's
So I
been
just
somewhere.
Diamond would have found them first.
Yep.
Also, you fell in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been, these are delicious looking, clearly fresh. A couple of them are a little mashed up because but for the most part, they're really good.
okay.
Amity's
so,
cleaning her sword so fast so she can get at the pastries.
So
Like, getting the blade, spider blood off. Like, give me that pastry.
so Yara just goes up to Ashrin and she kind of just like pokes her in the shoulder. Did you see the sea of fire too?
No.
Oh. I thought you had a vision. You know, like I did.
I did.
You
There
did?
was no fire.
Oh. Okay.
I was back home with my sister.
Oh.
And now we're sad again.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Diamond comes over and just like reaches up and just like gently pats you on like one elbow, and she says, "It is fine. We will find our way out of here, and then we will find your sister."
But Amity, I think if we went home now, we were talking about leaving the Union. If we went home now, he knows where we live. He came after us.
Yeah, no. This is exactly...
He wasn't there the first time. He was there this time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what this time means, because there's... The potential of realness is complex when it comes to, like...
It was as real as these pastries in this bag. Here, have one.
Yeah, and she's already, like, she's chewing on them. Oh, yeah. No, for sure. I'm just saying, like, everything here seems super real. Like, I think, the food's gonna seem real, the water seems real, that spider seemed real. I mean, everything seems real, but, everything's relative, I guess,
Mhm.
Well, the things here are real, but they are made by the place, so they are part of it.
Speaking of which, Diamond, a glint catches your eye in one of the piles of sand.
Unicorn horn. Calling it now.
Jump in my eye. No, yeah, she'll see that and she'll like lope over real quick and dig into the sand. No fear.
You just kind of like shift the sand to the side, it's just underneath the surface, and there is a silver coin, and that silver coin has the face of the person who was shown briefly, and in each of the piles of sand, there's a single silver coin.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. She's gonna gather those all up and like she's looking at them in her one hand. She says, She like reaches into her bag real quick and like pulls out the one that had like her face on it, or and like looks at these and says,
They look the same, but there's something about your coin that's different. There's a weight, there's an energy within your coin.
Yeah,
It just makes it seem more valuable, more powerful than these others. But otherwise, it's the same design, it's the same size and everything.
Yeah, she's gonna look at them for a moment, and then I think she's gonna like slip her coin in with the other ones for a moment, so they're like all in her hand. She's gonna try and cast Identify again, on these to try and figure out what's going on there.
So how does that work for you? How would you cast Identify on these coins?
So for her, the way I flavor Identify is that she tends to like very intensely look at it. She's like looking at them. She reaches up and reaches the goggles down, because I think for her they're they help her focus what she's trying to do. She twists at them and it kind of like it would be for magnification, but it's tuning to specifically the frequency of magic and stuff that would be in these if there is any there. And she's just trying to figure out what they do and all that.
So in the coins that came from the spider people, right? Mm-hmm. The magic is you actually recognize it. You've seen this magic before when someone's used a wizard's eye, or when someone's used that thing where you can
like
like do
arcane
magic and
eyes.
hear somewhere. Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's divination then. Yeah.
It's definitely divination magic. This is clearly used to communicate past information, something like that. Your coin, however, radiates unbelievable powerful magic, stronger, frankly, than you've ever seen in a small item. And it's very, very powerful conjuration magic.
Okay. Yeah, so she's going to look at that, for a bit, and then she's going to take the coins that were, like from the spider people. She's going to like gather those up, in one hand. It's like, I might find a use for these later. And she's going to like, put those away in her bag. And she's going to look at her
I think
coin.
keep them. Yeah, I think keep them. No, you
So
never know.
You're not going to tell us about it, what you discover, though? You're just going to...
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, after she, like, puts them away, she's going to look back as she's, like, holding her coin. She says, so they are using magic to allow people to see into the Union, to see us, and the spiders were all people who apparently, I believe they had paid for the chance to try and kill us.
Yeah, that tracks.
But she holds up, like, her coin. She says, did anyone else find a coin back at the well?
Oh yeah, I think we all got one.
We all pull out our coins.
Yep.
You should all be made aware they are, well, if they are like mine, they are likely filled with very powerful conjuration magic. Extremely powerful conjuration magic. I do not know exactly what they do, but they are very, very powerful. Do not lose them. They seem important.
Okay.
During all of this, Ash would have sat down and just like started mindlessly staring off into space and eating pastries and not being paying attention.
Ash has had a hard day. Super
We've
hard
all
day.
had a hard day. What are you talking
Yep.
But Ash specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we got to keep moving, guys.
Yes,
I don't
yes.
think staying in one place is a good way to go. I'm sorry,
people say more
Ash.
things
I know
to us,
you
but
you look like you need a break, but I think we got to keep moving.
He
Okay.
almost got us, Amity. He almost got both of us.
I'm so
I
sorry.
can't let that
babe.
happen.
I know, and look, I wasn't explaining well before, but the thing is, this is one of these things we can't run away from. We got to go through. And since we got here, we've mostly run away from things. I don't know if you guys have noticed. But we're a lot stronger. We can fight some things. We have to. We're going to have to if we're going to get through this. We can't run away from everything. This is a go through, not go round situation. It's not going to necessarily be very pleasant, but it's our only option. They will find us if we run away. They will catch us. They will kill us. Our only chance of having lives that don't suck is to somehow get through the Union. That is it. That is it. That's our only option.
I told you back in the boat, I can't run gauntlets. That's not me. That's you and Yara and everybody else, but I wasn't made for that.
You are so much tougher than you think, Ash. It's gonna be okay, and we're gonna be in it together.
Like,
None
I
of
can't
us will be able
swim,
to
I
do
can't-
this on our own.
I don't know
Well,
what I'm doing here.
On the bright side, babe, the next thing sounds like it's desert. So
I've never been in a desert either. I've never been in a forest. I've never been in a lake. I don't know
me
what we're
either.
doing.
I've never left Ani. We're just gonna figure it out. We're all just figuring it out. At least, I mean, I don't think you can drown in the desert. Okay, I don't want to jinx it because I don't know that for sure.
David sort of like puts a paw hand up and says, I know deserts.
See, we got a desert person. We got a desert
Internally,
person.
Yara's like, oh, phew, because I have no idea.
But Yara's our trees person. We got Magnuson's our boat and water person. Even though, I mean, he really shouldn't be getting in the water so much with that armor on.
And
You know,
who are
like we
city
got people. You know,
Hey,
it'll
I'm
be
buoyant.
okay. Everything's gonna. We're just gonna.
Buoyant.
We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. As long as you don't end up in the Arctic, you got everything covered. You're good to go.
Yeah.
And the hole at the end of this cave just seems to be getting brighter.
I want to turn to Ashrin, and as Yara, I want to say, I've never done all this, and I couldn't do it without Amity or you either. And I'm glad you're here. I mean, even though my friends aren't really sure about you, I mean, I'd rather have you here than somebody else. Yeah, she's just bluntly honest. And then she kind of says, I'm tired too. But we have to keep going. And if people want us dead, we have to keep going.
Just fuck those guys.
Yes, what she said.
I mean, I know I've helped out a lot, but I'm scared too.
I'm more angry than scared.
Good.
Angry is good. Stick with
Angry
angry.
You're scangry.
Perfect.
Yeah.
At least we're not hangry now. We have pastries.
That's bad. That's
Hey.
true. That's true.
Everyone else eating
Oh.
pastries. Diamond pulls out a brick of hardtack.
Too
I'm gonna
sweet for
roll
me.
for. Can I roll for enjoying pastries? Because I've never had one before.
I don't think you have to.
Oh, God.
I mean, you have like super advantage. Everyone enjoys a pastry. Like you succeed. You can
right.
just take 20 and enjoy that pastry.
Well, because I'm just thinking I've only had. It depends because like there's like sugar cookies which are kind of
Sure.
nice, and then
Right.
there's so how much sugar, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like there are
Not
very,
a lot
very
of
sweet.
refined sugar, maybe in the
No,
woods.
there are some super sweet berries, and you like to collect these, but this is
You know,
something
yeah,
different.
honey.
This
I'll give
is-
you that. Yeah.
This is pure sugar. This is pure sugar, a crack right here. Like this is the most amazing thing, and they're also adorned with berries and fruits and everything else, and they're like spectacular. So yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Okay.
So as you guys
Yeah.
are like walking to the end of the cave and you're stepping out into this light and you're kind of shielding your eyes and you're stuffing your face with pastries, you step out into a desert. There's a rumble behind you. You turn, the entrance to the cave falls away into sand, and you are in the middle of a vast, seemingly endless desert that stretches out in all directions. And let's take a quick pause right here, grab some waters, and we'll be back in like 10 minutes. See you all shortly.
Oh my gosh.
That was tough.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Oh, no! Why is everything so bad? Okay, hang on. Oh, wait, no, I know why. Because I've got the chat window open. There we go. Stupid Zoom. Okay. I'll tell you what. I just got Zencaster, which basically is a online portal that everyone just opens up a window when I'm recording with people for the podcast, and automatically records them and saves them as WAV files, right? And drops them into my Google Drive. It's fucking amazing. And the sound quality is spectacular, as if you were recording it on your computer. But they're doing a video beta, which I am in line for. Once that goes through, we'll also have a video portal that I can control, keep you guys in whatever windows I want, and we won't have to do this whole reset every single time. Very excited about that. I have also switched out mics, so I apologize for our longer than usual hold period, but I got my brand new mic just in time, and I'm very happy. And where we left off, you all were stepping out into a vast desert, and that's where you are, just in a big-ass desert. Very hot, but it's a dry heat. The first thing that grabs your all's attention as soon as you adjust to this area is that there is a ring that extends from the horizon, goes up over you, encircling the entire planet, and then down below the horizon. It takes up about a good 1/10 of the sky, and it's striking. Right. Yeah. It's definitely something none of you have ever seen before. And as you follow it down the line, you see the only other thing around, which is a group of maybe half a dozen camels on a ridge about 1/4 of a mile to the south. Yeah. I'm saying south, but you have no idea. I get a 50% chance. Yeah? Okay. So you want to head towards the camels? Barter for the camels? Yeah. So at first you can see they're just camels. You know, you can see them decently, and there's no like packs on them or reins or anything. They're just camels, right? So you start walking towards them, and as you do, the ground begins to rumble. You all kind of stop for a minute, right? And then all of a sudden on the horizon, there's an explosion under one of the camels, this gigantic worm thing with this scary as fuck multi-teeth mouth just envelops one of the camels. The other one scatter, and it just collapses back onto the sand and then sinks deep into it. You can see movement in the sand around you. Yep. There is an outcropping of rock in the opposite direction. Okay. I need, this is what I need then. You're gonna have to run for about 10 minutes. So I need a constitution save from all of you. And actually, I'm going to grab a soda while you're rolling that. I'll be right back. Who rolled a natural 20 for their Constitution save? Amazing. Yeah, you can. So whoever doesn't do well, you absolutely can do that. It's 12. It's not hard. I would say, okay, gotcha, good. And I would also say that with Diamond's natural 20, you can throw Amity over your shoulder if you want to. Little late. Oh, yes. Yeah. How do you roll just a d8? So if you look in the dice panel, so if you click on that left-hand column, there's a little die, the second to the bottom. And if you click on that, oh, you don't have like a little left-hand strip? Oh, not on the character sheet. So it'll be like on the green window. Yeah, and then the second to the bottom is an actual dot. There you go. Nice. All right, so you're all huffing it, and he's riding. At first, it's like ow, 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 because like the dog's hot, 'cause it's metal. It's been in the sun. Yeah, there you go. Make like a little makeshift saddle and like some reins. Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, that's amazing. Amity kept hers. All right, so you guys run and you get to this rocky outcropping. You're able to kind of scramble up it. It's pretty easy to climb. And there's a roar behind you as one of these things bursts out of the sand, lets out this roar, crashes back down, and begins circling the rock that you're on. Certainly can. Maybe it's all made of trash. Totally. Totally. You've made the most connections so far. Yeah. Hack the Union. All right. This is no. The Union is past HD. It's definitely a display port. This is high end right here. My cloud lifter just came, by the way. It just literally got here right now. But I'm not taking the system apart again. No. We're not going to do it. I'm just going to deal with it as is. I think I sound lovely, but I am interested to see how good it'll sound with that. You could try. All right. Well, who do you want to try and link with first, Ashrin? Sure. It might be a good sandworm. You don't know what its intentions are. You're in its turf. It's just eating. It's just hungry. That's fair. Okay. So, what are your, as far as your divinities go, what is your main, what stat is each of your divinities attached to? So yours is intelligence, Amity? Dex. Okay, so I would like you both. Amity, I'd like you to make a dexterity save. Ashrin, I'd like you to make an intelligence save. Good start. Okay, a 17 and 19 without any bonuses. Okay. So you all look to each other and kind of reach out, I guess. Is that how you do it? You're going to reach out to each other? What do you do exactly? Totally. Yeah, totally. Yep. Sure, that kind of thing. Yeah. You're reaching down, yes. Got you. Okay, so are you wearing sleeves? Perfect. Okay. So, Ashrin, your hands clamp around Amity. Nice. Okay. Your hands run down the cloth, and as they do, you feel every thread. You feel every connection. And for a moment, you feel other connections to people you don't know, but that you know that Amity knows. And then you can feel her connected to you, and then you can feel everything. You can feel all of the underpinnings of the entire union. You understand that all of it is connected, and you can see what seem like hundreds of these silver threads going out, far out. Some disappear into the sky, some disappear over the horizon, some disappear into the ground. But there's one very strong one connecting to this worm that's circling underneath you in the sand. You can feel it resonate. Okay. All right. So you pull, and I need one more intelligence save from you, please. In this case, you can't. Okay. You grab a hold, not physically, but like in your mind's eye, you grab a hold of this huge silvery cable that is extending out from this creature, and you start to pull it towards you, but it's fighting. And there's a thrashing under the sand in front of you as this thing's head comes out of it. And it's like just screaming and roaring and flipping back and forth. Would you like to roll the extra D8? This cord snaps back like a rubber band and slams into your chest. You almost fall over as you're just overwhelmed by this connection. The worm reaches up, its whole face and its entire body reaching out of the sand just high enough to stare you in the eye, and then collapses into sand, and then immediately reforms into a gigantic bear. Is good to see you. Is back. Is bear. Right, so you just leap into the air, right? Giant bear is always, oh, hello, and like, kind of leans down. You very tiny girl now, very, very small. Oh. There was for a moment, it's now gone completely. Yeah. That connection was unbelievable, especially for you. That was more feeling, more emotion, more sound, more noise, more heat than you've ever felt. She really fucking has. Both of you are slammed by a wave of exhaustion, and each of you take on the exhausted condition. So both of you are at, the first level of fatigue. Nothing for right now, but you will have to take a long rest to get rid of it. Yes. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. It did work. Yes. I am here. Big, huge bear wave. Yes. Yes. Yes, Tiny Elf has made friends, but I am best friend. Big, huge bear paw. Happy to meet you as well, friend of Tiny Elf. Yes, it's like a very, very delicate hand. Yes, very delicate. These are good friends. Yes. Yes. I approve of all friends you have made. Well done. I do not know. I was not here, but now I am. There's like a deep growl, bed no worm. Worm crawl underground. Worm's coward. Bear brave. This makes no sense. Yes. Yes, your friend has fur. I approve. Pat. I do feel, yes, furry fist bump. I do feel different. I have words in mind. Words that are not mine. Words I feel I should say. And the bear kind of closes his eyes and opens them, and his voice shifts for a moment, like it's echoing inside him. I never was, am always to be. No one ever saw me, nor ever will. And when I arrive, I am no longer. And you see the bear's eyes light up, and you see the sand kind of like, because it was like half sand, half bear. And the sand now fully falls away, and it kind of shakes, and it all collapses all around him. He's like, oh, yes, yes, we can leave this place now. Get on bed. It's just a rope, and I can climb, right? I got a fancy fucking rope too. All right, so you all. Thank you. These classic knots that the kids just don't respect. Yes, you are, in your own special way. Perfect. Bear starts off. Aeneas starts off, right, and he's lumbering, but he's so big that you guys have a nice, comfortable area on his back, and his fur is warm and it's soft, and you feel safe. So if you all, you can. I mean, the Aeneas describes a place to the south. He knows it is south. He knows there is a place. He does not know why, but he believes you should go there. Well, he's walking with you, so yeah. I mean, he's literally carrying you. So yeah. I will go as far as I can. And he starts walking. He's going to walk for several hours, and he shares that something like it's going to be fun. So if you guys would like to take a long rest, it's going to take about 8 hours. All right. Oh, that's really sweet. Hit me. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Excellent. Right. Right. Exactly. It was the two of you, but for some reason, and Yar wasn't involved in that bridge at all. Exactly. As you start to walk, and as you start to kind of like, you're like asking Aeneas questions, right? And like kind of consulting, you know, and like going back, like, yeah, but this, and like kind of going back. And from what you can understand, it was the most powerful image in one of your minds at the moment. And this is just, and it just became manifest. Ashrin was able to rend some of the power away from the Union for just a moment, enough to manifest this image that Yara's had burned so brightly in her mind. And as far as Aeneas is concerned, Aeneas is here and Aeneas is bad, right? Aeneas will have to return to the stars because that is where Bear belongs. But for now, as far as you can tell, this is Aeneas. There's a wisdom in his eyes. There's a far, and like as you look into them now, they're just these giant brown pools, right? But there's all these specks. And if you stare at the specks, it's like stars. Whole constellations are swirling within his eyes. Anger gets shit done. You're just sleeping and talking your sleep. I love it. I love it. Magnuson, please take advantage for that because that was excellent. And his leg's looking pretty beat up, frankly. Yes, absolutely. You guys can like bandage up and heal. Yep, you guys can heal. You get your spells back, everything. And it passes into night, which you're not in here for. So hang on one second. It's now day again. Yeah. I slit his throat. I mean, hi. How are you all doing? The game is shut the fuck up. That's not a story. Right. Right. Amity's choosing for it to be sleep, yes. Also, it's nighttime, so I imagine like right, exactly. This is kind of your time. Very good question. Bears eat fish. Tell her bears eat fish. Hello, hello, tiny thing. Bears eat fish. Yeesh. Metaphors, just words for lying. Yes, we do. Fish live, fish eat, fish swim. I live, I eat. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was us. I shall just walk. Oh, hey, look. Bed, fish swim, bed swim, fish eat, bed eat. Not that much different. No, fish do not hibernate. They are not smart. Ah, halflings are smart. Out cold. So as the sun sets and the ring now becomes incredibly vibrant, it's this beautiful, all these like shades of white and these little bits of bright blue that streak out, and there's constant little meteors that are just flying off the edges of it, and it's just a stunning sight. And then there's the desert seems to rise up into this large hill, and Aeneas climbs and climbs and climbs and finally gets to the top, and it's just a sheer drop over a mile into this vast ocean. And just at the very edge that you can see is a small island and this gorgeous white wall, this shimmering wall of magic that seems to surround this city. A city that you all recognize, at least the ones who have been there, as Ani. But this wall that surrounds it is not something that's there. I have come where I am supposed to be. So yes. Home is where heart is. Home is where heart is. Yada is heart. If Yada is here, then home is here. Cities are lies. Cities have lives of their own as well. And if this city is familiar, there will be some of you in it. But what do I know? I bet. And he just laughs. It's pretty far away. So I would say right now, no, because it's like miles away. Yeah, it's just on the edge of the horizon. So I'd say right now, no. But the city it feels familiar. Totally. I think that's a fair statement. I think once you get closer, you'll be able to determine that more. If you get closer. No, I'm not trying to railroad you. You're welcome. And it is, yes. I don't think you're going to survive a mile to the ocean, even if you turn into a diamond, into a dolphin yard. It's not going to help you. Aeneas is like, however, this is as far as I go. And turns to Yara, lowers himself down and looks Yara right in the eyes. Bed is always with you. Bed is in stars. You cannot get rid of Bed. I will send others. To you, Yara, you be good. And you get out of this thing. This evil thing. And you find your way home. And kind of like gives you a little nudge with his head, which knocks you on your ass, right? Like really hard to be gentle in this giant head. And then just very slowly and very gently falls to sand all around you. And then there's quiet. And then there's a roar as these two giant wings leap out of the sand, and this huge eagle rears up and looks right at you. Wow. In trouble again, are we? Of course I do. I'm perfect, therefore I'm here. Oh, you have friends. What is this tiny one? And like leans in and kind of pecks at you. Hi. Food? You do, yes, you do. You all kind of look delicious. Maybe not so much the furry one, but you all do look good, yes. However, you are friends of Yara, yes? And I suppose you are acquaintances of mine. Bird looks over. Oh, yes, I can take you to Ani? I can take you to the city. Yes. Is that what you wish? Hello. There's like a wave. Yes. Oh, a dwarf. I've not seen a dwarf in a while. Peck, 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 peck. Hello. Your friends are strange. Drosty is real. Drosty is here. And Drosty like focuses. Oh yes, easily. Oh, I forgot your eyes are so weak, but mine are not. You cannot fix your eyes. They are your tiny, tiny elf eyes. They will never be good. They are better than theirs, certainly, and like points to the others of you, but not great. Not great at all. What do you wish to know for my superior eyes? Many people with terrible eyes. Like people, dumb, loud, foolish. Oh, sorry. That's pretty accurate. Not knee. That's what we're going to call it. Not knee. Yep. Yep. Like if all of Manhattan was just one place. Yeah, yes, that's true. That's a fair statement. Sorry. If all of Manhattan was a giant medieval city with magical walls. It does not. It's no, there's exactly one way to know, and it is through me because I can see it, and it does not look like Ani. The roads are different. There is a canal that does not there. There is a mountain. There was never a mountain in Ani. Yes. I've been many places. Do you think I stick to the forests? I fly far, far away, and then I come back, and then I fly far, far away again. the religion of the bridge. That's how most religions start. You're good. That's a very good basis to start from. Yeah. All right. So Adrasti kind of looks at the city, then looks at all of you, kind of expectantly looking at Adrasti, and like kind of frowns and tilts their head. Oh, you expect to ride me? I see how it is, and then looks at Yara and well. No, it's fine. Yes. No, dumb bear carries things. Yes, that does make sense. But, Oyara. And then leans down and extends their wings so they kind of like lay flat with the sands. You can easily crawl up onto the eagle's back. Sure. Where are we going? We'll create quite a scene should we land in the city. I can easily do that. Oh, sure. There's birds, there's an occasional whale breaching, there's boats in the water. I mean, it's an active area. I could sweep behind this mountain, approach from the back, keeping the sun between us and the city. I believe I can somewhat hide our approach. All right, let's see if Drosty can stealth. I am rather perfect. Hey, an 18. All right. All right. So do you all climb onto Drosty's back? All right. Everyone all set then? Please hold on. And Drosty leans forward and just falls off the edge of this cliff and is going straight down towards the cliff with its wings folded in. Yeah, everyone okay? Everyone good? Excellent. And then, whoof. All your fur just flying backwards. And then right before you hit the water, these huge wings go out and just whoof, and just soaring like maybe a couple feet above the water, swings around to the right eventually. It takes about a good 30 minutes still to get to this island, swings around the back, comes around the edge of this mountain and lands. So you're just looking over the edge of the mountain towards the city. And from what you can see, there is a festival happening. There are boats in the harbor. There are boats in the river. There are banners and these weird lights that seem to be strung throughout the city that glow with the brightness and a consistency that is not torchlight. They're not flickering. It's just this glow all over, like these little magical orbs hanging from wires strung up and down the canal. And then except for the lights are definitely different. The festival feels similar, but you've never seen anything like these lights. Magnuson, I would like you to roll a straight intelligence. Okay. All right. No, it's not the mountain. It's a dwarfy thing, which is why you have a chance. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to save your inspiration. Yeah. Yeah. So you're like Magnuson is just standing there with his arms crossed, staring at the city, like in this knowing way, really seeming to concentrate, and then just shrugs. And then just goes back. Drosty leans down, and Drosty looks tired all of a sudden and says, I have gone far. This is as far as I can go. However, you have the feather still, yes? Then I am always with you, as always. Puts big old eagle wings around you to give you a hug, kind of pulls you in. Do not be dumb. Yes? Be smart. Yes? Of course. Leans their head towards you, kind of like with their beak, kind of like chitters against your face, right? And then throws open their wings, and this wind roars over the mountain and just fades into sand as it whips down the side. And as that goes quiet, you can hear the sounds of a festival. And down this main canal that's cut through the whole city that wasn't there before, right? This perfect canal cut through the center of the city, you can see a series of barges. And they're just all floating down towards this main castle that's kind of set into the side of the mountain. And there's a boy wrapped in fire, and there's another boy wrapped in this purple and pink energy that is floating alongside them, and it's all pulling right towards you. And we're going to hold right there. Thank you all for joining us for Escape the Union. We will be back as soon as we can schedule another appointment. I have had a really fun time torturing you all this week. And let's start with Amity and let's say our goodbyes. I can just hit stop. I still have the power. I am a Robin. My pronouns are ah. I wish you were the demigod of redistribution. Shit would be a lot fairer. Yeah. and then Diamond, please tell us about you and your character. Excellent, Magnuson. Yara. She really is an anime princess. It's perfect. And then Ashrin. Excellent. I'm going to be sharing the contest that we were talking about earlier for that amazing art that you see all around us. And I'll have a much better example of the art on my Twitter as well that I will share from the rest of them. And until we come back, this has been a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to see where it goes next. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll be back soon.